Good evening. You know, when it is Tuesday, it is the Raw Leadership Talk, and we are glad to be here again with my friend Livingstone Makori, the leader of Corporate Academy, discussing again 21st century graduates. Where are you watching us from? Where are you tuning in from? You're watching us on YouTube? You're watching us on Facebook? Are you watching us on LinkedIn? We'd like to hear from you. Wonderful discussion we're going to have today. We are glad you are here with us. In a moment, we'll begin our discussion. In the meantime, let's listen to this very dreaming instrumental. You don't have a right. Thank you very much. Brother Livingstone, how have you been?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Another opportunity to discuss.
How was the career academy in Pan University?
We had a very good day during this weekend at Pwani University. Met the leadership of Pwani, starting with the professor, the principal, the dean of students, and so many students who came there. Yes, we had a lot of learning and sharing experience, again, from a team of mentors from many organizations who came. It was a good day, and we felt relaxed and energized to do another one another day.
Wonderful, wonderful. Last week we began this topic on the 21st century graduates, and we looked at what is the importance of academic papers or certification in the 21st century. Are many Kenyan graduates ready to work, or they simply present papers? We also looked at all aspects of what or who are career influencers, and whether we think many fresh graduates pay attention to these influencers, and also how can the 21st century graduates develop their skills to match the 21st century demands. And I think we had a very wonderful discussion. I will encourage those who are not there to go to our YouTube channel and watch, or even my LinkedIn and watch what we had last week. Today we want to continue with this discussion, and we want to zoom into several things that we deem to be very important as far as careers and graduates are concerned. Livingstone, what is the hope for students who feel they did not do the right program, or they did not pursue the right course? Because we have that. Somebody can pick a course, do it for 4 years, and after graduation, they realize, or even before graduation, they realize this is not what really I wanted to do at the university. What is there hope for such students?
Wow, I want to give you a very realistic example so that we can be able to see. First, I'll start by saying each degree is very important. Any course you have done, whether diploma, certificate, is very important and will help you. But let's go back to the Bible. Jesus called his disciples. And when Jesus was calling his disciples to train them, they came from different backgrounds. Some came from tax collectors, some were fishermen, and from among various professions. But Jesus brought them together and trained them to be disciples. That is the message we give to students. Whichever course you have been able to study, just pick it. I was speaking to students at MKU sometimes back, and a student told me I was called to do this course. In third year, I dropped out, again went back to study, and I felt for that student. It's also important to note that the knowledge you get in university is just to help you cope with life. Then you get the skills out here. So there's a lot of hope for those students. One is to see what are they now passionate about. If they find they are passionate and given something, then they can start pursuing a certificate, a diploma, a short course in that area, and probably looking for experience in that area so that they can be able to pursue. I know there are special courses which you can't start just like that. For example, doctors, engineers, maybe you have to go through the training. Of course, lawyers. For those ones, we'll ask them to go back to college. But again, for these other programs, what you only need is to find what is the other shortest way of becoming what I want to be. For example, a student who has done accounting, a student who has not done, who wanted to be an accountant but ended up doing a BA in anthropology, they only need to do a CPA. And once they are done with the CPA, they are as good as any other accountant. If a student wanted to be a human resource officer and they did, let's say, even engineering, they only need to do a certification in human resource and then they become professionals in that area. So generally, they don't have to despair and say that my course is wrong. There's no wrong course. Each course is meant for a given thing. But you do realize that this is not my line, then you pursue your line. So I want to give them a lot of hope. And that's where we are discussing with so many. I work with the CASNEP, and the CASNEP was with us in Pwani. They have come with so many specialization, including in areas of data science, in areas of information systems, CPA, and all that. So students need to see which short course can I do and add to this degree. And when can I get some level of experience? Then you are good to go. So there's a lot of hope. They only need to look at it, what's available in the market. The courses to go for data science, machine learning, those ones they can start, they can learn. Even if it's robotics, processes, automation, they learn those courses and become good in them. So there's a lot of hope. They only need to watch, check around what is working, and then start training, a short training around it.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful there. And I'm sure students who are tuning in today, they are able to benefit from these nuggets that you're giving out. But what can universities do to produce better graduates? Because, I mean, we seem to have people who come in, or they come out of university, but they seem to be half-baked. As much as you argue that all courses are good and there's no wrong course, what about if the people who have done that course, they are half-baked? What can universities do to produce better graduates, my brother?
Thank you very much. I was speaking to one of the VCs and they told me that's a misnomer that they are half-baked graduates. We have trained our people so well. Yes, graduates, some of them are half-baked. They are not ready for the job market. So there's a number of things universities need to do. One of them is collaborations. They need to collaborate with the corporate world so that they can have their students go for internship. They also need to collaborate to have students go for attachment. That's one way of ensuring that students are even able to understand. The other thing is to start engaging these students right from the beginning with the corporate world. Invite the managers, have them have the different professionals, not really managers, different professionals from different fields, and let them have a one-on-one interaction. This one will enable them to make very clear decisions. I was glad when we had our breakout sessions. Most students who come and they have very personal questions, and the moment you answer them, they feel well relaxed and say, wow, I never knew my degree can help me get something else. So we need to, for universities to be able to shine, again, it's through those mentorship, it's through those guys who they interact with, where students can also be able to even get jobs. So I encourage universities and even students in universities to try and link themselves with the corporate world. try and get a mentor. A mentor could be somebody you know, somebody you find even on LinkedIn. Follow those people and see what are they doing better. What can I do to become a better person? So university should encourage more. They should not much concentrate on academics, but much concentrate, again, as they concentrate on academic because it's their core, but they also need to give room for the corporate world to interact with their students. That's the only way they can even build their confidence, build their knowledge base, and even give them hope that there's a better tomorrow. The other thing could be alumni associations. University needs to make use of the alumni associations because alumni associations are made of guys who went from that college, are working, and can be able to come back and mentor. Those becomes very good mentors because they can relate. Students can relate to their experience. So universities need to pick some of their mentors and organize sessions where these mentors can have a session. Of course, alumni associations have a big role to play. They also need to organize sessions where they can have interaction with students. Some people think for you to motivate somebody, you need to be have done so much. People need to be listened to, and the moment you listen to them, talk to them, and they are able to see the big picture, then they'll concentrate and focus on the big picture. So we only need to create opportunities where the corporate world, the alumni associations, and even the professional associations. I've come to realize, I've gone to some universities, you realize students don't even know existence of a CASNEP course, which is very common. It's one of the common courses. So again, professional bodies should not be sitting in Nairobi. They should also go to schools and talk to students on where these professions can take them and what they are required to do. By so doing, students will be prepared professionally right from the beginning. But lastly, the other thing is volunteership, which I keep on saying. Students need to volunteer to learn. So universities need also to encourage, especially during the career days. Let them invite corporates, let them talk to even business people around who are willing to give students an opportunity to volunteer. So by so doing, creating that linkages, then the students who come out of those universities will have some knowledge to start from. Yeah.
Wonderful thoughts, wonderful. I'm talking about mentors, Livingstone. What are the roles of a career or career mentors? What are the roles of career mentors?
Wow, thank you very much. A career mentor acts like a mirror. You can be able to see yourself in the next life. So career mentors will also be able to give students realistic expectations. If a student is interested to pursue insurance, like me, I'm in insurance, then I'm able to give realistic expectations. Expectation in terms of career growth, expectation in terms of jobs, availability, expectation in terms of roles, and expectation in terms of the skills required. So a good mentor will be able to, the student is able to see themselves in the mentor. That see, if I do this, then I'm likely to do this. Mentors also act as a good feedback mechanism. They can also be able to give very clear feedback. One, these are guys who have done mistakes. Most of us have done a lot of mistakes, which we may not wish even our enemies to go through. So these mentors are able to support them, even psychologically, to grow and understand that whatever they are going through is for a given season. They are able to come up. So mentors will serve many roles, act as a role model, and some will act as a role model. They guide as a guide, give direction to the student, and at sometimes give them support. So if students are interacting with given role model or mentors who are well known in community, they'll even try to behave like their mentors. So it's very, very important that each and every student has a mentor. All the people who are now working, professionals, need to pick a student and mentor them. It really serves a lot of, at the end of it, it comes out very clear. Mentors will also help to link students to opportunities. Most of these students may not understand where are their opportunities in this role. So a mentor is able to come up with, they meet with friends who can tell them, I need somebody to take through this program. So mentors will act as a very good way of linking students to the next opportunity. The other role that mentors will play a very big role is in career development and career growth. They are able to monitor career growth and act as a checker in terms of helping to follow through and understand what this young person is doing. That could be a good thing. Of course, they'll also be doing coaching them on what is expected of them, what is coming up, again, giving them a view of the future in terms of where is technology moving to. For example, if now I'm speaking to an insurance student who wants to be in insurance, one of the things I'll be advising them is to ensure, if they are interested in sales, to have a good understanding of digital marketing, to have a good understanding of data analysis. With that one, the student is well prepared for the next phase. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Wonderful thoughts right there. But I'm sure students will ask Livingstone, you're saying we should get mentors. How do we identify career mentors? Because they will say that is one of the most difficult things. I remember when I was growing up and I wanted a mentor, I walked to several people, I think 2 professionals, and told them, I would like you to be my mentor. But the mentors or the perceived mentor themselves had no idea what mentorship is all about. And I think that's one of the most difficult things in this part of the world. How do students identify career mentors?
There's something whirling in this world, and you maybe will agree with me. Guys who have very little information about a given subject speak as if they are professionals, and the professionals in that area are keeping quiet to be lectured by guys who have very little information about that area. I don't know if you have ever seen that, even in life. The guys who have a lot of information don't even use it. But the few who have little information, like me, I have little information about career, but it's not my passion. I talk about it than even an expert maybe could talk about it. It's all about interest. So one of the things I'll urge those guys who feel that they cannot be good mentors, mentorship is not like a syllabus you need to follow. Of course, there are tenets of mentorship, but students need to feel that level of confidence that they are dealing with somebody above them, somebody they can follow through, somebody who can guide them. So what I could urge these guys who feel that I cannot be a good mentor, let them give it a try. They have a lot of information to share. The only thing you can share is wisdom. Actually, that's the only thing you can give for free. So if they are able to create time, because the biggest thing, let me tell you, Dan, is time. And let me tell you, whenever we do such a things, sometimes we are not paid to do them, but it's a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, a lot of planning. So even these mentors don't have time. So one of the things we'll ask these guys who feel that they need to change the status quo is to create time. It's a process, and whatever you like, you create time for it. So creating time. Then the other thing, how do students identify mentors? They need to look at people whom they may wish to be like. That's the best thing of a mentor. Somebody who you feel like they are walking a path you could wish to follow, or somebody you feel like they know the path you are taking. So that could be a very good example of how students can identify a mentor. And these mentors may not necessarily be people from your family. They could be any people. Let me tell you, Dan, if a student comes, walks to your office and comes and books an appointment, you go sit down and they tell you, this is what I do, this is what I want to be. I admire what you do because of 1, 2, 3. I'll wish that you hold my hand. I don't think, Dan, you'd say no, especially if somebody comes with that level of honesty. So one of the things we have had before is, are these students available to be mentored? Because you have seen us hold events and the guys are walking around, they don't even have time to attend.
Yes.
So are they even willing and available to be mentored? So it also starts from that level. But again, it's a culture that needs to be built around it so that even an overview is given around mentorship. I'm encouraging universities to be doing this right from the first day students join college. When students join college during the first day, they need to understand some few tenets: financial management, career development, and career management, so that right from the beginning, they understand they need to look up to somebody who can support them in career development. Even when you want to become a politician, you pick somebody who can guide you on how they have done it, because a mentor may not be as successful as should be, but the mentor will be able to give you a realistic picture of where you are going and even help moderate your thinking and thoughts around what you want to do. So there are so many places to find them. One, the most place I find a good place to find a mentor is on LinkedIn. So students should be able to open a LinkedIn account, ensure that they are able to follow people whom they aspire to be and who are in their own profession. Students also need to also participate in events. When they hear there's an event happening, let them create time and go there. Through listening and those talks, they'll also be able to find somebody who shares in their interest. The other best way is to do the alumni associations, as I mentioned earlier. Students also need to attend alumni meetings and also get to learn even from the office of the dean, who has ever gone from this university that was doing a course that I'm doing, especially those who feel they are confused. And that's where I think the Office of Career Services comes in handy. The Alumni Association, Office of Career Services, and even student unions need to work together to be able to link those students to mentors. Then that one will, if it's, for example, an alumni of a university, they even have some level of pride that this is my university, I'm helping to build somebody. So that's one of the things we are doing now as we work together, and it has started picking up since our last session with you at Pwani University, Technical University of Kenya. Now we have alumni members attending our sessions, those who are in business, talking to students interested to do business. So we also playing this role to ensure that we also be able to support alumni members in even realizing that they have a very big role to play in ensuring that there's growth. The other thing I also wish to talk about is students themselves feeling need for this. And I'm talking about alumni student unions. Where do they allocate their resources in? They also need to allocate resources in getting guys who can guide them in career development. And I think with that one, then we'll have a better society and students will be able to learn from those who have gone ahead of them.
Thank you very much. Wonderful thoughts right there. Annalena Alice, thank you for joining in. Bernard Mundu, yourself following from Mombasa, Kenya, thank you very much for tuning in. And all those who are tuning in on YouTube, LinkedIn, and also on my on Facebook, on my timeline on Facebook. Thank you very much for tuning in. As we conclude this discussion today, Livingstone, I know together with partners, you run the Corporate Career Academy that has been doing career fairs in universities. Remember us going to Technical University of Mombasa, and last week you were in Pwani University. I don't know which is the next university that you will be taking this career fair to, and how then can professionals who are listening to us and willing to be mentors participate in your program?
Wow, thank you very much. What we are running is an initiative, a pro bono initiative. We are asking those professionals who are seated somewhere and they feel they can spare 10 minutes of their time, 30 minutes of their time, but we have set it 1 hour of your time to share and engage and nurture future leaders in a process called Giving Forward. So we have been going around, and one of the things we have realized done is that there's a lot of disconnect between student union, alumni associations, the offices of career services, corporates, and professional bodies. All these guys need to have a general understanding of what is expected of you as far as supporting career development. The government has gone ahead and established the Office of Career Services, but very few universities have given that office some form of support for it to be able to move. So we are organizing the National Career Summit, and the National Career Summit brings all these stakeholders together. We'll be able to announce in due course, but probably at Strathmore University. So this National Career Summit brings all these professionals together so that they can be able to chart our way forward from the alumni point of view, student leadership point of view, the deans of students, officers of career services. We want to have a chat around what is our role and what are some of the best practices. Some universities have done it so well that some universities can learn from them. And this will also form basis where organization can also form memorandums of understanding between this organization and another. So we are creating that platform, probably to be the biggest annual career fair in Kenya, bringing all those stakeholders together. But other than that, we are open to any professional who is willing to work with us. Our work is pro bono. We are just giving back to society. And I dare tell people sometimes, we may want to give to several CSR initiatives. sometimes you realize you don't have money, and the only thing you have is time. So if you have that time, if you have that willingness, and you may want to give back, may you want to share, you may want to motivate, not motivational speakers, but by the time you speak and share your experience, then students are able to feel, oh, kumbe, we are all the same. Kumbe, I'm even better than, I've even started from a better footing than them, and encourage them to move. So we are available to be support. So should you feel that you want to support and you are willing to speak to students, you are willing to participate, either it's online, offline. Most of the time we are invited, like me, I get invited and tell somebody, can you take this speaking engagement? Because we are busy, we also have our roles to do other than this volunteer job. So if you want to reach us, you can reach us through 0111445250. All I can say, for those who are out of the country, +254-111-445250. You can also write to us, skills@corporatecareeracademy.com, skills@corporatecareeracademy.com. If you reach us through any of those, we are also able to link you. We now have a team of volunteers, many of them. Since we started, we have had more than 100 speakers, right from CEOs, corporate leaders, consultants who have been able to speak, including the government. And we're looking forward to supporting. We even have now a team of volunteers, students who are volunteering to ensure that they support this initiative. So we will be seeing more and more of people coming in. For us, we said mine is a conversation starter. Just the conversation is now moving on. More people will pick it from there as we look forward to supporting. Again, another thing I could ask, should you feel you are seated somewhere and you have some internship opportunities, kindly share with us. There are students who are looking for them. If you feel that you are seated somewhere and there's a starting level job, whether you are paying or you are not paying, refer them to us. We'll be able to forward the deans of students whom we have now formed their understanding with. We are able to share them with students themselves so that they can also learn these skills. I think the best you can even do is to give them an opportunity to learn, even if it's a volunteer opportunity. There are so many students who are willing. Whether you have one office, whether you have a small office, a big office, provided you can provide room for learning, we are available to just partner with you to be able to support these young people. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Muhammad Abdi, thank you very much, Livingstone and Dan, for creating your time to give us advice in our academic journey. Thank you, Muhammad Abdi, for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring this show today to an end. And if you want to contact us, feel free to visit our website at publicspeakingtc.org through the contact that is passing on your screen. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get reminded every time we have this kind of a show. Also, you can contact us through info@publicspeakingtc.org or give us a call. And we'll be more than happy to engage with you in some of the causes that we offer and helping you become a better person in your career development, preparing you for interviews. Right now, we are preparing several people who are going for interviews. How do you get prepared? Maybe one day we'll talk about this. How do you get prepared so that you're well equipped to pass any interview that you attend? That will be a wonderful thing to help you go through that particular process. Thank you very much once again for tuning in to the Role Leadership Talk. Next week, for the next 2 weeks, I will be speaking about public speaking skills and why it is important for you as a professional to equip or to get equipped with public speaking skills to help you go up the ladder in your profession. Until next time, Dan Mugera, certified coach and speaker from the Africa Center for Public Speaking. May God bless you and see you next time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.